Leo full moon. What banner are you flying? A new battle for Leo Lunation. Allow me to pull on the astrological threads and maybe weave some of them together. The 12th of February 2025, 1:53 p.m. Universal Time at 24 degrees of Leo. My name's Sonia and I'm from Celestia Astrology. If you enjoy this, please remember to like, subscribe and comment how you're experiencing this full moon, or if you have any questions. It really makes a difference for a small channel. I really appreciate your engagement. This Leo full moon of 2025 blazes in and asks us to raise our banner and choose our side in the enduring, steady, regal, warming light of Leo. Here we are being faced with themes of personal sovereignty, self-expression, and our place within the larger collective as the moon reaches her peak in the domicile or home sign of her luminary partner, the sun. This lunation invites us to consider what battles we fight, whether internal or external, and seek out what is truly aligned with our authentic self. This full moon in Leo carries a different energy to those of the past 3 decades. With Pluto now in Aquarius to continue its onward journey, every Leo full moon for the next 20 years will be defined by an intense opposition to the planet of transformation, regeneration, power, and the underworld. This shows the possibility of internal and external power struggles, particularly for the fixed signs. The fixed, fire, and yang nature of Leo. Leo is a fixed fire sign, embodies the sustained passion of the flames, creative endurance, and unwavering personal power. Fire represents the vital force of inspiration and courage, instinct and knowing, while its fixed modality grants it staying power, determination, and resistance to change unless self-directed. As a yang sign, Leo expresses itself outwardly, radiating warmth, confidence, and responds well to the recognition it seeks. This combination makes Leo a natural leader, capable of enduring hardships while maintaining a presence. Ruled by the sun, who is exalted in martial, independent Aries, Leo is the sign that represents kings and central figures around which others cluster, just like the planets that orbit the sun. The sun symbolizes clarity, light, spirit, ideals, and mastery. All signs have a shadow side. With fixed fire, this can manifest as stubborn pride, an unwillingness to adapt, or an excessive need for validation and attention. After all, any attention is better than none, right? Leo's fixed loyalty and self-assurance can sometimes turn into inflexibility or dominance, making it challenging to accept criticism or to compromise. When unbalanced, Leo's fire can burn too hot, leading to arrogance, self-centeredness, or dramatic displays to secure attention, scorching those it comes into contact with, rather than blessing them with warming light. The lesson of fixed fire is to temper that passion with the wisdom of the solar luminary, ensuring that personal radiance uplifts rather than overwhelms. Full moons and their cycles. Full moons represent a peak, a culmination, clarity, and the illumination of themes related to that sign in your chart, and also the placement of its ruler. So for Leo, look at what house Leo occupies in your chart, but also where your natal sun is, and combine those house themes. There is the 28-day cycle. We see a peak and illumination now since the previous new moon in Aquarius on the 29th of January 2025. The next new moon on the 28th of February 2025 in Pisces will complete the cycle and initiate a fresh chapter, which culminates at the next full moon, a lunar eclipse in Virgo on the 14th of March, as we ease into eclipse season. 6-month cycle. The next new moon in Leo on July the 24th, 2025 will mark a closure, a new beginning related to this lunation's themes. This lunation links back to the new moon in Leo on the 4th of August 2024, making it a powerful time to reflect on progress since then and what has grown for you in the area of your life that Leo rules. We also begin to prepare for releasing what we may now have outgrown as we look ahead to the Leo new moon on the 24th of July 2025. The clarity we gain now helps us to understand what to keep, nurture and grow, and what we should now prepare to release. Moon family cycle. This full moon in Leo is part of a greater lunar family, a longer sequence of interconnected lunations that weave a narrative over 28 months. This is outlined by Dietrich Pessin in Lunar Shadows 3. The story began with the new moon on August the 16th, 2023 at 23 degrees of Leo, planting the seeds of intention. The first quarter moon was on May the 15th, 24, at 25 degrees of Leo, marking a period of active growth and challenge, possibly a pivot point or an adjustment. This full moon in February brings a culmination, insights and revelations for the unfolding story, while the last quarter moon will be on November the 12th, 2025 at 20 degrees of Leo, which will signify resolution, reflection and release. The moon family is most felt by those with planets or angles in the fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius and Taurus, or the fire triplicity, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, between 19 to 26 degrees. You may choose to consciously work with any of these cycles and choose the length that suits how long it will take to grow your plans. For example, for a quick, short-term goal, the monthly cycle is perfect. But for longer-term plans, look for a moon family that connects with the relevant planets in your chart for optimum results. An astrologer or astro coach can support you with this. Astrological aspects of the Leo full moon. The moon opposite the sun in Aquarius. The full moon in Leo reflects the light of its ruler, the sun, currently in Aquarius. However, the sun is averse to its own ruler, Saturn in Pisces, meaning it has no line of sight to the planet that traditionally provides its structure and guidance. This increases the sun's sense of isolation while it is in exile, emphasizing the challenge of integrating personal radiance with the collective, especially when the usual frameworks of authority and discipline feel inaccessible or distant. The sun co-present with combust Mercury and Pluto. This lunation finds the sun in Aquarius alongside Mercury, still combust, that is burned up by the sun's rays after its recent cazimi. Mercury, in its philosopher phase, is invisible in the sky, but may be actively studying, gathering wisdom, and preparing to emerge renewed. In Aquarius, this suggests deep introspection around collective knowledge, intellectual autonomy, and revolutionary thought. However, its proximity to Pluto adds a darker, more intense tone. Secrets, hidden knowledge, and the shadow side of communication may emerge. This is a time when the mind is engaged in deep transformation and regeneration, processing undercurrents that may not yet be fully visible. Pluto, the lord of the underworld, will spend the next 2 decades travelling through Aquarius, seeking to empower the collective. Here, Pluto acts as a force of ideological upheaval, bringing about dramatic shifts in the structures of society. The whole sign opposition with the moon reveals a tension between personal willpower and collective transformation, challenging us to find strength in our authenticity while navigating the power struggles around us. The sun in exile and Deneb al-Ghedi's influence. The sun, the ruler of Leo, is in Aquarius, the sign of its exile. This suggests that solar qualities of visibility, authority, and confidence may feel diminished. Rather than shining outwardly, this is a time to cultivate inner resilience and let one's actions speak louder than words. The sun's conjunction with the fixed star Deneb al-Ghedi, located in the tail of Capricornius, offers protective, justice-seeking energy. This star is associated with Saturn's discipline and wisdom, promoting intellectual success and the ability to make the world a better place when used wisely. However, it warns against becoming overly materialistic or caught up in battles for control. Separating from a square with Uranus in Taurus. The moon has recently squared Uranus in Taurus, indicating recent disruptions, surprises, or moments of instability that may have shaken personal confidence. This aspect suggests that we have been forced to adapt to sudden changes, challenging our sense of security. Now, as the energy moves forward, there is an opportunity to integrate any new insights into a fresh sense of strength and direction. Whole sign trine with Chiron and Venus in Aries. A supportive whole sign trine from Chiron and Venus in Aries brings an opportunity for healing through courageous self-love. Chiron's presence indicates past wounds around self-worth and visibility, while Venus adds a layer of feminine activism and creative empowerment. This aspect suggests that embracing one's vulnerabilities can be a path to strength. Healing may come through artistic expression, passionate engagement, or reclaiming personal power in relationships. The Moon and retrograde Mars in Cancer. The Moon's relationship with retrograde Mars in Cancer may highlight an emotional battlefield. Mars, submerged in Cancer's moon-ruled deep waters, is fighting unseen battles, defensive, protective, and sometimes struggling with indirect expression of anger or frustration. With the Moon in Leo, there may be a tension between the desire to stand tall and the instinct to withdraw or defend. This aspect calls for mindful engagement with emotions, ensuring that any frustration is channeled productively rather than leading to unnecessary conflict. If you are lucky enough to escape these feelings, stay aware that this may be what those around you are experiencing. The decan of Leo 3, the banner. The full moon takes place in the third decan of Leo, which is ruled by action-oriented Mars in both traditional and triplicity rulership. This decan is associated with perseverance, resilience, and the willingness to defend one's position against opposition. Austin Coppock in 36 Faces has named this decan the banner, reflecting the need to rally behind a cause and hold one's ground. Astrologer Kira Ryberg in the 36 Decans has named Leo 3 defensive, highlighting the challenges of maintaining sovereignty in the face of external pressures. The Wild Way, strength under fire. Keywords: under pressure, daunting challenges, resilience. With this full moon occurring in the third decan of Leo, ruled by Mars in both traditional and triplicity rulership, the energy of double Mars intensifies the themes of battle, endurance, and sheer willpower. However, Mars is currently retrograde in Cancer, a sign where it struggles to express itself directly. This suggests that the challenges faced now may be more emotional or defensive, rather than outright combative. Mars is said to be in its full in Cancer. It requires strength under pressure, but also wisdom to navigate conflict strategically. The Wild Way card, strength under fire, echoes this message. Resilience is forged through trials, and true courage is about standing one's ground while adapting to the shifting battlefield. Just as Leo 3 Hedgehog bravely defends his position from attack, it is now time for you to engage with your inner warrior spirit. You must act with courage and determination in the face of opposition to secure your place and protect your position. Attacks may come from within you in the form of unhelpful thoughts, or from the world at large. Yet at this time your heart and spirit will remain strong and true. No matter what life throws at you, take your lead from the little spiky one and dig in your heels. Tarot correspondence. The tarot card for this decan is the Seven of Wands, symbolising standing firm, defending territory, and facing challenges with courage. The Seven of Wands represents a warrior standing alone, defending their ground despite overwhelming odds. This card speaks to the necessity of persistence, fire of conviction, and the ability to face external resistance without wavering. It challenges us to find our inner strength and stand firm even when confronted with adversity. P. Susan Chang chooses to illustrate the challenges and gifts of this decan in verse. School of hard knocks, higher learning, 7 embers bravely burning. War God, as you seize your torch, be mindful of the earth you scorch. The lion's tower burns for you. You do not do as others do. Courageous, stubborn, blunt or crude, I burn with my own fortitude. No matter what ordeals occurs, I am determined to endure. Working with this full moon. This lunation may call for acts of courage, self-expression, and staying true to personal integrity despite external pressures. Here are some practical ways to engage with its energy. Journaling prompts. Where in my life do I need to stand my ground and assert my truth? How have recent disruptions, Uranus square, reshaped my understanding of stability? What lessons have I learned about power and transformation? Pluto opposition. How can I use my voice more effectively? Mercury combustion Aquarius. Courage activation. Can you identify one small but bold action you can take that is in alignment with your authentic self? Final thoughts. This full moon in Leo is an invitation to rise above challenges with resilience, to trust in your own unique path, and to embrace the transformative fires of personal growth. Though the path may be steep and the pressures high, the astrology of this time and the decan of Leo 3 reminds us, when you stand in your truth, no force can shake you. Travel well, friends. Thank you for listening. And just a reminder that I am a consulting astrologer, so if you'd like to book a reading with me, a personal individual reading, just visit my website at celestiaastrology.com and you'll find all the information you need there. And I offer a free 15-minute consultation if you have questions or if you'd like to meet me before you book. And if you've enjoyed this, I would be so grateful for your likes, your subscribes and your comments. Your engagement really matters so much. It's so important for a growing channel. Thank you again.